Larssen, thank you so much for being here with me after an unfortunate game against Vitality.
Yeah.
Before I get into like the game details and stuff, what do you think about the atmosphere here in Berlin today?
Oh, the atmosphere is really good. I feel like this year is like a lot better than last year already. I feel like yeah, the fans are really smurfing. Also, we got invaded by my support. Yeah, I mean it was really good atmosphere. There was like some crazy Vitality fans.
Yeah, I mean there are like fan groups out there. They're very dedicated. Do you like ever get to like? Do you have like time to be inspired by Rogue fans during the game? Like then you make a big play. Do they like cheer and does that give you more energy?
I don't really hear anything in game.
Ah.
It's like you're like focused on the game, right? So you don't really notice. I mean, I don't notice at least. I mean, for sure, like the fans are like screaming, but I don't really notice it, right? Because you're like so focused on the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, you have to be focused in that moment. So about this game, it was a bit unfortunate in the early game, a bit unfortunate in the late game with that Baron fight. What do you think went wrong, like overall, for you guys?
I think we're a bit off on our gauges. I feel like the game was in our hands. I feel like it was pretty easy to win if we played well. But we had like some off gauges, especially I think. Yeah, I think that was like the main issue kind of.
And I want to talk about like lane swaps because we see lane swaps all the time now. What are your thoughts on them as like a mid laner who's not really affected but is still affected in a lot of ways?
I mean, in the past we weren't affected too much, but now like top laners come mid level 1 and like get level 2, and now like a bit is happening mid. Before I used to like it because it was make like mid kind of 1v1. It's like junglers will not really be involved too much because they're focused on the swap, and so was the rest of the team, right? But now it's a bit annoying because top laners is coming mid and it's not really 1v1 mid anymore. So I used to like it, but now I really hate it, and I really hope it gets removed.
Yeah, I also want to like talk about the feats because it focuses so much of the game on the early game. But I think mid laners used to enjoy being more powerful in the late game. What are your thoughts on like the feats?
Oh, I could.
Like overall on the feat system with like the being very powerful if you achieve goals in the early game.
Yeah, I think I like the feat system. It's like a cool addition, but I think it was like better before they nerfed the boots. Because I feel like if you're fighting to get the feats, it should be like a good reward. But right now I feel like the boots are actually not that strong because they got nerfed. I feel like they were like pretty strong and like they should be. They should be strong if you're like fighting to get feats. But then they got nerfed now, and I feel like it's not really doesn't matter too much. It's like if you get away the feats, it's like it's not really gonna change the game. I feel like.
I see. And you like during this game, you had a chance to grab the feats because you had like 3 objectives first, and your tower was very close.
Yeah.
Their tower was very close as well. They got it by a hair. Did you guys like focus on the feats during that moment, or were you thinking about the game overall, like larger picture?
No, we were focused on the feats, yeah. Even though, like personally, I don't think it's too strong. We're definitely focused on the feats, and we try to get the bot tower right with Adam. So yeah, I mean, you definitely think about it in game.
I also want to ask because this has been a very unfortunate game, week 2, and a 5-game losing streak. Does streaks like this break your spirits a bit, or does it give you more fortitude to push forward?
It definitely hurts a lot, especially like the past 2 years has been really hard. So when we won game 1, I was like really happy that we finally got off to a good start, but then it hasn't been a good start anyway. So definitely, I mean, it hurts a lot. Like hurts the confidence. It's like after like 2 full years of struggling, it's like I really need some wins to get confidence, but it's not happening yet. But you just gotta stay strong, and it will happen eventually.
You just gotta stay strong. And is that the mentality of the whole team? Like we have to get strong, we have to push harder.
Yeah, I mean now we have to have really strong mental. We have a 5-game losing streak. We can still make it to playoffs next week, but we really need to have really strong mental and make sure we still trust each other. And
yeah, it's a very hard road to playoffs now with like because now every team that gets 5 wins instantly qualifies, with you and SK being at the bottom, but you still have a chance. And Vitality are looking to be the other team that's kind of challenging that bottom spots right now. How do you think they will do in the next week?
I mean they're kind of chilling now, I think, with 3 wins. Hello Alexa, skanking me. Yeah, I think they're chilling now. I think it's like mostly between us, SK, and who's the other one? Heretics, probably.
Heretics,
2 wins,
yeah.
right? So yeah, we need to at least win 2 games next week for sure, I think. So yeah.
All right. And I wish you very good luck on the next 3 games to get yourselves into playoffs. And is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, no, not really. I don't have much to say. It's a big struggle, and I hope we can give the fans some wins soon, because it's been a while.
Yeah, I hope so as well, because it's very fun to see your fans very happy in there as well. Thank you so much for your time today, and good luck with the next matches.
Thank you for having me.